I'm Tabitha Soren with MTV News. Just out in stores is a debut album by the Wesley Willis Fiasco called Spooky Disharmonious Conflict Hellride. Willis is a most unusual 6'5" street musician from Chicago who introduces himself to fans with a head bump instead of a handshake. Willis has also been diagnosed with chronic schizophrenia, a mental disorder accompanied by delusions and hallucinations. Rock and roll history has had its share of mentally troubled creators. For instance, Pink Floyd's Syd Barrett, Rocky Erickson, Wildman Fisher, and most recently Daniel Johnston. Time will tell where Willis ends up in the pantheon. He'd put out 15 self-produced albums before signing a deal with Rick Rubin's American Records label at the South by Southwest Music Conference in Austin, Texas last month.
Now, who is this gentleman? Are you from the record company?
Yeah.
You are? Now, maybe you could tell me.
I'm just a rock and roll star with my own heart to whip a horse's behind for belt.
How did you find a guy like Wesley? I mean, no one's goofing around here. I mean, Wesley is a rock star. He's on your label. You guys have put a lot of money into him. Am I correct?
Yeah, well, we went to Chicago to do a little film project with him, and it turns out he had a rock band that we went out and we filmed that night. And,
right.
Well, how did the film project come about?
Through some people at our label had heard about him.
See, I was all excited I had a film, but I guess a lot of people are doing films these days.
I'm just in the musician field that keeps me on the right track.
Right.
When I work hard, just like a burning Spitfire, I'm just doing well like a burning key car.
Now, is it hard to be on the road? Is Wesley actually on the road right now and performing in clubs and stuff?
Well, Wesley doesn't go on long road trips anymore.
Right, because the demon. Now, where do you guys go to find Wesley when you need him to do promotion? Like, you needed him to come here. What do you do? Like, you go, where do you go, to Chicago to get him, or what?
We went to Chicago to get him. We actually, he has a phone, but he doesn't seem to have an answering machine. So
I see.
Just put a call into...
I'm going to get me an answering machine as soon as I get my butt back to the city.
Smart. How did you find this gentleman to be on the record label, Wesley Willis? How did you find him? I mean, you were walking down the street and you were doing this movie project, and you said this guy would be great on an album?
No, we had to, we went to Chicago and had to find him for a film project.
I see.
And we talked to his band members, and from there we kind of developed a relationship with Wes. And
how much money have you put into, like, the video must have cost a lot of money, right?
When the bus ran out of gas, she said loud wet. And she said that I gave her a Teddy Green egg and a picture of the gas stove.
Why has he not received any money from the recording company?
He actually did get money. He got an advance. He just hasn't, the record just came out, so he hasn't.
I just got an advance of $10,000.
You did get 10 grand. What are you going to do with it?
I just started my rock and roll business with it.
Right. Now, when Wesley is going to have the 10 grand and then he cashes the check, and then what happens? He's going to invest it in himself?
Well, it usually goes...
I started my rock and roll music business with it. I made CDs in New York, Mr. Groove Volume 1 and Mr. Groove Volume 2.
Right.
I made CDs of Dr. Wax.
The guy from the record company here. Let me ask the guy from the record company. So, like, once Wesley's done here, once we wrap this up, like, where do you go? Where do you take him?
Well, he's going to go out and try to sell his drawings and sell his CDs on the street. He also makes his own CDs.
And will you stay with him, or he just goes off on his own?
If I get tired of him, I'm going to leave.
Oh, you can stay with me, man. You don't have to get tired of me for a reason at all, like I say.
Right. Now, you're going to watch him
because like I say...
you don't want to lose him in New York. What if you lose him? He's your recording artist.
Just spare me, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to lose him.
You don't have to desert me, man. You don't have to work yourself off of me. You can just bear me, man, because like I say, New York City is a big city.
You don't want to get
can
lost.
Always get lost here in New York City. I do not want to get lost. Old song. I'm about to sing that song by Frank Murphy.
Hey, Wesley?
What?
Have you heard the band Sublime?
No, I haven't, but I heard of them now.
They're good. You're opening for them tomorrow night.
Yes, I am at the Palace.
They're good.
Will I be making money?
Oh, yeah.
Tell me something. Will a record company come to me and sign me?
I thought Carl was going to sign you.
I'm signing Oleo Records.
All right.
I'm on record. I'm on Oleo Records, right?
And absolutely. And you're on Alternative Tentacles, too, though.
Yeah, I am.
You got a lot of records.
Will I be able to put my full-length CDs out?
Well, we'll have to talk about your new material. We're going to come to see you at the Palace.
That'd be cool. I'm going to sing this song by Frank Murphy. Frank Murphy! Frank Murphy!